This is important for the admins. I'm clicking on to librarian dashboard. Now I've got into librarian dashboard. Even the usage is very good in College of Engineering Trivandrum. And you can see it's just an overview. What you're seeing in the first page, in the dashboard first page, it is just an overview that you're seeing here. But I will talk in detail about what are these numbers, how these numbers are coming, where these numbers are coming from, who are the users. For example, here, visits and logins, 3,500 visits and logins have happened in College of Engineering Trivandrum. But who are the users here? What are the content they are using? All those details I can take. I guess I'm clear so far. And there are so many users now pending. They have registered and it's pending. I'll talk about the self-registration pending request also in some time. I will talk about this also. Now, quickly, first let me talk about user management, because adding users and giving access to the users is the primary agenda or the primary objective of the college. Any college, you're joining from any institution, you have to give access to your users first. So how to give access to the users is the question. To give access to the users, you have to add the users. You have to add users. You can see here in College of Engineering Trivandrum, you can see Sri Lakshmi R. There's a user called Sri Lakshmi R, and we have put a expiry date for all the users. And you can delete users. You can send notification to the user. You can see the details of the user. Sri Lakshmi. Sri Lakshmi, madam is a faculty. Her email ID, her phone number, college, all those details, and group is from RA. RAMA is nothing but remote access, mobile access. RAMA, remote access, mobile access. Now, how these details are added? For example, Sri Lakshmi's email, Sri Lakshmi madam's email ID, and other details are added. How these details are added? Now, there is a tab next to it called Add Users. Now, let me click on to Add Users. Now, when you want to add user, you can add users two ways. One, individually, you can add the user, single user registration. Number two is multiple user registration. That means adding them in bulk. For example, a College of Engineering Trivandrum, maybe this year, last year, the new first year students would have added. Now, this year, they would have added 200 more or 300 more users to the college. Now, how to add them in bulk? Because we cannot add all the 300 or 400 users one by one by one. It is very hard and difficult. To add them in bulk, click multiple users. Please, if you are not getting me, or if I am fast, if I am not clear, please you can let me know. Please let me know so that we can insist once again. You can use the chat box and let me know. We also have Mr. Arjun who can also communicate in Malayalam, and we can make it much easier. Please let us know if you are not getting any point here. Bulk user. In bulk user, you have to add, for example, 100 user altogether. First year students, you want to add. Click multiple users. Individual user is very simple. You can add name. For example, I'm going to add a name. I'm going to add my name, Venkatesh. I'm adding an email ID. My mobile number, what I'm a student or a faculty, or I'm a adjunct faculty, or I'm an alumni, whatever you want to create. You can, I'm a student. If I click, you click students, gender, you can put male, and you can put date of birth and other details. I am from which department? Maybe I am from department mechanics. I am from mechanical engineering department. So please add these details. Now, the mandatory column here in this user registration, please, this user registration, the mandatory columns are the name and the email ID. The name and the email ID are the mandatory column. At the end, you have to select RAMA and say submit. The user will be registered. Now you can see I have been registered. You can see my name here. Now I'll show my name, Venkatesh 3434 at gmail at nimbus.com. RAMA, expiry date, and all my details have come here. mail, student, all those details have come here because I have, now I'm going to delete this, delete myself, select, delete. I'm deleting myself. So individually I added, for sample I added and I deleted it also. So very easy for you to add individually. Bulk is very, very easy, much more easier than adding individual users. Now I'll show that. Again, I'm going to add users. I want to add 100 users together. Single users I have already showed now. Now I'm going to bulk user, that is multiple users. You can see maximum of 1,000 users can be added. So you can make sure that the list has less than 1,000 users and you can add the users. Now, where is the list? Bulk users, how you are going to upload? You have to upload a document, a CSV file. And where is that CSV file? The CSV file is right away here. It is a sample CSV. Click the sample CSV. The sample CSV will be downloaded. I want to show the sample CSV to all the users. You can have a look at it. This is for bulk user registration. Now, in the bulk user registration, what are the details which is available here? Whatever in single users you saw, everything will be there in an Excel format. That's it. Username, email ID, mandatory. These two are mandatory again in the sheet. If the sheet does not have these two details, it will not accept a user's registration. So the mandatory columns are mandatory. That please add them. Username, email ID, then mobile number, user type, gender, student, which college are they from, which department are they from, degree, specialty, which year they are from, password. So you can see these particulars in the sheet. Please add them. I'm I'm not saying that everyone should add all the details, but whichever details is available, maximum detail is better because your reports will be better, because reports we are going to use for NAC, NBA or any accreditation, any inspection is happening in institution. These reports are going to help. So please add all the user details here. But mandatory are name and email ID, because email ID is the ID that users are going to use. Email IDs are the ID for the Nimbus platform. So this is mandatory. I'm closing this. Now, after filling this particular form, copy paste all your details in the sample CSV, choose that file from here. Choose that file sample CSV and upload. Before uploading, select RAMA and submit and say upload. So adding users, anybody have any doubt now? Anybody have doubt? Please ask me, because this is an important piece. In adding users, do you have any doubt? Anybody have joined late and you have not noted it down? You can raise your hand or you can ask me. Again, explain once again. Any doubt so far? Adding users? In adding users, any doubt?
No doubt, sir.
No doubt. Thank you, sir. Thank you for confirming. So now adding users is very simple. Individually you can add, bulk you can add. In bulk sample, you can download the sample from here. Click here, it will get downloaded. Copy paste your details, choose the file, RAMA, select RAMA is remote access, mobile access, and submit. So adding users. Now these details I'm not going to specify because it could be useful or it could not be, but I'll mention. This email domain restriction is nothing but if you have a mail ID. For example, in Trivandrum, College of Engineering Trivandrum, they have a domain called cet.ac.in. Now the principal will order saying that we have given cet.ac.in to all the users. We should not encourage Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, any personal mail ID. We will not encourage. If the principal commands or gives a suggestion, then we can restrict it to only your domain. For example, cet.ac.in. You can restrict, submit. You can multiple also. If you have 2-3 domains, you can multiple, add more, and you can add multiple. The meaning here is anyone who's registering apart from this domain will not be accepted. Automatically the system will throw an error. It says this ID is not registered, or this domain is been restricted. So if you have anything like that, you